Achtung, auch Ben für dich. Gerne an Clemens weitergeben. Wir sind auf Insta und YouTube live mit Startscreen.
Doch, hat er doch gesagt. Ja, aber was soll ich machen? Was?
Dürfen dieses Umstecken, glaube ich, nicht machen. Das ist, glaube ich, besser. Ja. Das ist jetzt nicht. Ja, ich weiß. Ja, ich weiß. Ja. Ich verstehe das. zwar kein Vorbild mehr, aber ist egal. Aber es hat nicht alles... Nein. Natürlich nicht. Also, es war gerade alles komplett zerschossen. Glaube ich. Eins, zwei. Ne, er ist komplett weg. Liegt wahrscheinlich daran, Michel, dass Remix nur ein Fullscreen erkennt, ne? Das ist bitter. Du, ich krieg hier gerade nichts raus. Warte, ich gebe in die Output-Settings. Ah, warte mal. Er ist wieder rausgegangen. Er hat ein Signal versucht zu suchen, aber hat keins gefunden. Weiter nicht. Ich guck mal, ob ich hier was machen kann. Gib mir kurz eine Sekunde. Alles auf. Warte mal. Display Settings. Erkenne nur noch mein. Die Grafikkarte. Warte. Hier verändert sich nicht viel. Also den Vorschlag kriege ich nicht an den Start hier. Die Grafikkarten möchte ich schon nicht. Ben, sind wir unten soweit ready? Fragezeichen. Ja, sind wir? Okay. Okay, Ben, du hörst mich. Dann gehen wir jetzt mit Stinger rüber und ich drück dich live. Warten. Ja, ich warte. Aktivieren und wieder weg. Okay, Ben, die Close auf Bank bitte. Ich weiß. Okay, Bank. Stinger, ihr seid unmuted. Da seid ihr. Bitteschön.
And then it is time to talk handball again, everybody. A warm welcome here from the Stadthalle in Vienna. Well, it seats 16,000 people, but the three most beautiful ones, they are just to my right-hand side. I am stoked that you guys are here with me today. And we'll start in the middle with the lady that had an astonishing achievement at the Euro with the Serbian national team. Just over 100 matches for the Serbian national team. You did play the Euro semi-final back in 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, Champions League winner Andrea Lekic, how are you?
Thank you very much for a beautiful introduction. Hello to you and to all our viewers. I'm really good, very excited to witness the history.
Absolutely. And to your right-hand side, we have the legend himself, ladies and gentlemen. Almost 200 games for his country, Spain. A very proud bronze in 2014, a very proud silver in 2014, and he is our personal gold. So let's introduce him into the show. Victor Tomas, how much did you enjoy in Vienna already?
It was really nice so far. I enjoyed the city. The city is amazing. And yeah, I'm really excited to be here, surrounded with the queens of handball, and of course with the king of the spin.
And the king of Christmas sweaters, but that's some other
kannst du mal
topic.
bitte gucken, ob die Vorschau da ist?
Just over an hour away, she used to play until
Mein
like
Bildschirm ist gerade schon
4
wieder
or 5
ausgegangen.
months ago with this city and for the city that actually got her first
Der-
ever Champions League. win, ladies and
da passiert
gentlemen.
erstmal
Anna
nichts.
Groß, nice to see you. I'm actually wondering, you might not have been on yet. Just what color is your microphone? Yeah, now you're on. That's good. It's good. No, all good. We're fine. Talking about having lived an hour away here, how many crazy Hungarian fans are you expecting already today? Because just up there, they are starting to collect in the Wiener Stadthalle.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be more than a half Hungarians, I would say. Like, I think it's almost for Hungarians like playing at home. So we know what kind of atmosphere Hungarians make every time, no matter where you play. So yeah, it's gonna be really exciting, and looking forward to see this atmosphere.
I've actually just seen some obviously orange Dutch fans around here, but there were some Elks coming in, the Norwegians. They dressed up a little crazy as well. What are the craziest fans that you've experienced yourself so far?
I would say Hungarians for sure. So they are making the best possible atmosphere. So I'm really expecting this hall to explode in one moment.
Is that an honest answer or just one that is flattering your home club?
No, it's really an honest answer. I mean, they're huge fans of women's handball, and that's a pure beauty to play Hungary in front of them. It's just for every women handball player, Anna can say the same, I believe. So it's just they're having a history in this sport. So I also do believe that they are more than happy being here.
Yeah, and they are always getting the handball arenas exploded. You did experience that yourself in 2022. Were you in the arena when they broke the record for the most spectators at a women's handball?
Yes, I think so. But I'm having some problems with my headsets. I can't hear myself, so
Well,
I don't know what's happening.
we're looking just upstairs.
Okay.
The guys up there should be fixing
Are you
that.
guys listening to me?
We can
Then
hear you,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
we can
okay.
hear you.
So yeah, I was there. It was a crazy record, you know.
Farbe ist das?
It was amazing to witness a full arena, and always when Hungarians are playing, arena is almost full. So we know that when the fans knew that Hungary was qualified for semifinals, tickets were sold out in matters of minutes or hours. So it's always nice to be in a full arena.
Yeah, I totally enjoyed as well. We will hopefully see a full arena tonight, but for sure we'll see a full arena on Sunday because we will be around just until Sunday when the matches are not playing. So we are just, well, after the 5th place match that Sweden actually just won against Netherlands. We are going to have a little chat about that one in a second.
Wie sieht es unten aus?
But we will be here for you
Ist da
guys
jetzt die
right here
Vorschau?
on EHF
Fragezeichen?
EURO, on Instagram and on YouTube,
Nein, ist sie
on the
nicht,
Home of
okay.
Handball channel. And we're reading you guys in the chat. So just leave us your questions and leave us your comments here. We are happy if you guys are interacting with us here, and we can create this show together with you. Talking about full arenas, how is it like to be standing inside of such an arena and to be awaiting a semi-final of the Euro?
Not as a player. You
Well, I was
Because-
at first asking out of play. His perspective.
Because I don't know how they feel. They are still active, they are still playing. But in my case, the first times I was in such a big arena, waiting for a game, not as a player for the first time, it was a little bit strange. Like, okay, I'm now in the other side, you know. So I think it's nice because we are handball fans. But as a player, you live some feelings that you cannot live as a spectator.
For sure. And how is it feeling as a player when the arena is slowly starting to fill up and the tension starts to tickle in your fingers?
I mean, that's why we all play handball. That's the beauty of this sport. I mean, every player wants to have a full hall. I mean, first it's a huge excitement. I mean, a bit of anxiety for sure. People are stressed and nervous, but at all, you're always grateful and blessed to be and to play in front of a full arena. So being in the semi-finals of European Championship, it's hard to explain. I mean, as Victor said, you have to live it so you can put it in the words. But for me, I'm most of the time speechless when I want to explain what is going through your body, through your mind. But from this point of view, I really wish them to enjoy in every single second.
Does it make you regret the choice of not playing for the national team a little bit, just a slight?
I will say yes. I will lie if I say no. Honestly, also when I was watching Slovenia play, and of course I saw there was some really nice atmosphere in the arena, and you know, like when you play for a national team, it's always special emotions. So I think none of it can compare. So of course it's always a little bit of this bittersweet moment. Okay, I will miss this, you know, not feeling it again. But anyway, you know, it's also nice when you're not stressing. So that's also
Yeah.
good.
As a player, every player lives the pressure in a different way. But I think at this moment, the players, they are already focused on what's their job inside the game, you know, what they have to do, what they have prepared in the video and in the trainings. And now it's just a moment to follow your routines and to arrive to the whistle time of the starting game in the best possible conditions, both mentally and physically.
Ja, sehe ich.
When we're looking around, just in the Stadthalle right here, compare it to some of the arenas that you have been playing in. What kind of impression does the Stadthalle give you?
I mean, for me, I'm more a fan of like having, let's say, tribunes closer to the court. I don't know. I always felt it like it brings more. That's like a better relation with the audience. But I really like it. I was here yesterday and I'm here today, and I do really like it. And I think whole field with the crazy fans would bring a lot of excitement, no matter where you play at the end.
Yeah, that is for sure. I mean, it is a multifunctional event location here, so they use it for concerts. Britney Spears has been here, Lenny Kravitz, stuff like that.
And us.
Yeah,
of course.
obviously, the best ones are just yet to come. We had Holiday on Ice here, a horse show. That would be something for you, I guess so. But Austria has a huge history in riding.
For him, you know?
Yeah, but then he would be playing, and we don't want to lose him.
Okay.
We don't want to lose him. But it's great. And before we dive deeper into the playing action of this upcoming weekend, let's just tell you what we are about to witness here and what we are about to do from our side this weekend. So I have been talking about the live shows already. We are always live before the matches and after the matches. So in the meantime, you guys can go over to EHF TV and watch the matches over there. And after it, we will have a chat about it, about what was happening on the court. There will be interviews. We will probably get some guests in throughout the weekend. Tomorrow there will be the media call starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. So once that you guys are around and awake tomorrow early in the morning at 10 o'clock, then we will be live for you. All of the teams that are playing the semifinals will be around here. And of course, the shows for the final day will be around as well. And if you guys are looking down me, you will see a Lidl logo. And Lidl is presenting the All-Star team. And that's where I'm having a little advertisement for you guys to open your phone and vote for your personal All-Star team. The three of us, we collected a All-Star team in between us already. Victor, you weren't part of that podcast. Which player that is not playing anymore would you reckon has a good chance of making it to the All-Star
Wende
team?
muss erstmal covern. Perfekt.
Oof, that's. but I think he means that he's not playing anymore in the championship.
No. He didn't ask this. He didn't ask this. I mean.
Of course.
Anyone.
In how many All-Star teams have they been? You know, in how many?
Zero.
Zero? Really?
Actually,
In the championship, I never was.
You know why?
Oh.
You know what? Me neither. I have never been in an All-Star of a big championship. You know. You?
I have been once.
Only once?
2012, yeah, but still better once than.
Yeah. That
Jetzt erstmal
Never.
kurz
Thank you
vorstellen.
so much.
Superbeute drauf.
That's a hard one. I think.
Ricky Boy
I don't know how to pronounce correctly
I'm
the
giving
name.
you the short list here of the ones that are.
No, but I
nominated
know
for the
which
position.
player.
He doesn't need to cheat. That's good.
Hauscher from Netherlands.
Und
I
zu
think.
dir,
I
Ben.
think
Das
she's
wär drauf.
a top player, and the future is hers.
Mhm.
The right back was from Anna in the recent past and in the present, but the future I think is for her.
And then from the players that are playing
Ben.
still as well, best center back,
Langsam
best of course
verfolgen,
right
ganz
wing, and
locker,
best
ganz
goalie.
entspannt.
Who would you pick?
That's tough. You said right wing.
Mm-hmm.
You said which other positions?
Center back and goalie.
Und nochmal die Superweite. Zack.
Henny Reistad counts as a center back.
Ben, du
She
bist
does
erstmal
count as a
frei.
center back.
Okay. I think.
He's only saying that because she's just coming onto the court.
No. I think Lukac in the right wing.
Mhm.
I think she's been playing quite well in the
Und Ben,
championship.
du bist nochmal drauf.
And goalkeeper. That's tough. I would say Solberg, just because
Okay.
she's a goalkeeper that it's always showing up in the moments that she has to be there. Of course, Lunde is there, but Lunde has been in and out of the championship. So maybe
How
I would
random
say.
that she's just walking behind you.
So I would say these three players.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. So that is Victor Thomas's choice, and just put your guys' choice into the Home of Handball app. You guys can vote for the All-Star team presented by Lido. I think it will be 50-50 between the expert group that you guys are
Gerne weiter
part
mit
of
draufbleiben,
and the
Ben.
chat votes. Yeah,
Ich hab hier einen
so
Split
we
drin.
will see how that one will end up. I'm excited, but
Oben
that
ist die
one,
Weite,
will
darunter
we
bist
see that
du.
tomorrow already or just on Sunday?
This
Und
I'm
gerne
not
langsam
sure. I don't have
mitschwenken.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's gonna
Genau,
be on
ganz
Sunday.
locker.
On Sunday.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow night.
I need to
Bleibt gern bei Bengt.
Okay.
coming back.
Yeah, fair enough. Because eventually we will see the Excellence Awards tomorrow night as well.
Yeah.
Will you guys be attending that show?
Probably not.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah.
We were not even invited, I think.
I mean, that's
Genau,
like,
bleibt da
please
ganz so
call us.
drauf.
No, we're joking. I mean, it's also nice to see a New Year's decoration in the center of Vienna. It would be also
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah.
We didn't have time properly
Yeah.
to see it, so it would be
Yeah.
also nice.
I will use my Saturday afternoon for that one as well. So
Yeah.
just to go around, check out some Christmas
Und
markets because I reckon
schneide
they
ich noch
would
mal
be
close
beautiful
drauf, Ben.
just in the area around here.
Close.
But yeah, let's
Zack.
talk a little bit about the match action. Actually, the one that we have just seen, Netherlands against Sweden. Sweden took home the 5th place. How much will that mean for Sweden eventually?
Yeah, I
Und
think,
nochmal ein Split.
I think it means a
Muss
lot
unten
anyway,
drin
you know,
oben
like to
die
finish
Weide.
5th or 6th, you know, okay, maybe some people will say it doesn't really matter, but I think it does, you know, it's always good to finish with a victory, the tournament with a good feeling, and yeah, so I think for them it was important to win. We also could see at the end they were really happy about it, so definitely means a lot.
It always feels better to go out of a tournament with a victory rather than with a loss here. But then let's stay at Sweden for a minute because it has been quite some time since they have made it into a Euro semi-final. They did make it in the World Cup and they did make it in the Olympics. But what is missing for Sweden to take that final step, Andrea?
I would really not know the answer. I mean, I was reading some interviews from the players that if I could get some any info about that, but I think they're also not like sure. Definitely there is some issue with these results in the let's say the placement matches like the semis and these kind of things. But I mean, as I said, like I think they rely a lot on Butsen, and of course she had a good championship, but on Olympics and before that she was more than outstanding. So maybe this was the biggest difference comparing to the World and the Olympics.
Fair enough. Whenever Sweden lost their games, I looked up the statistics. Jamina Roberts, she didn't end up having her best day. What I felt is, well, is the squad not deep enough to compensate for it when she's not playing like outstandingly good, but just an averagely good game?
Well, she's a key player for them. I think that she's been a key player for a long time, and maybe the problem is how many long time more they need her to be a key player, you know. I think they are changing step by step a little bit the generation in Sweden, but they still need to find this consistency. And of course, a player that can replace her in the left back, it's very, very important for Sweden. In this last game for 5th and 6th position, she played the whole game. So yes, I think they need to find the correct player to trust, to give some time, and to give some confidence, and build up from there.
And she did need to play the whole 60 minutes, basically, because Netherlands was almost all the time in front. And there were 2 or 3 situations where I was a little afraid, oh, geez, the Hungarian fans, they are actually starting to run riot here on the stands. Maybe we can film up over there just for 1 second so that you guys can see how the arena is actually filling up already. Well, 45 minutes prior to the game, the Hungarians basically just entered the court, and the fans do appreciate that. You guys can see it. They are taking the top left corner from our side. But before we switch over to Hungary, let's stay a minute with that Sweden against Netherlands game. Netherlands just ahead of the break, they had one huge chance to go for 16-13. They missed it, conceded a 2-minute suspension, and ended up being tied in the halftime break. Why is it that Netherlands cannot close doors when they are ahead in big matches?
Yeah, this is a really good question, but I would say, since I'm seeing how they are playing, I would say maybe they're a little bit lacking now this experience, because we, like Andrea said before, Estevana, she's not there. She maybe was this key player who could calm down the play, and now, okay, they still have like Lois Sabin, who is very experienced player, but you know, it's just like that big one of rotation more, or I think it can make a big change as well. So maybe it's this experience, I would say, because now they have many new young players, and yeah, maybe they get a bit stressed in the moment, or yeah, I would say maybe that is the reason.
A lot of young players at first would sound like there's a bright future coming up, but when we have just been talking about it in the podcast, if you guys haven't listened yet, you should absolutely catch up on it, either here on Home of Handball on YouTube or on Spotify. Yeah, well, but Andrea, she said that she doesn't see a clear vision for the Dutch future. Victor, what do you say to that?
Maybe it's soon to say. I
didn't
think
say like this, but okay.
Okay,
you can defend yourself. Defend yourself.
I will just no. It's not a clear vision, but I still don't think that they can form the squad of very young players without experienced players.
That's true.
To pursue the great results.
That's true, especially because of what you just said. You know, you need experienced players to control the tempo of the game in the crucial moments of the game. So sometimes the turnovers, it's a big problem in some teams. In my case, I have seen it in Spain in the game against Poland. In the game they needed to win, they lost like 17 balls. So it was a lot. So in this case, to win this kind of games against big teams, you need to be on point, and the turnovers, it's something that with young players, it's difficult to control.
100%. So let's see what the Netherlands will do eventually. I mean, Andrea, how long haven't you been playing for Serbia right now?
It's like 4 years. I mean,
you're allowed to switch nations.
Yeah, I'm. Expect me next, like in the 2 years after, in another jersey, not with you guys here.
We'll see. But just behind us, the ladies are already warming up for the semi-final. Hungary against Norway. It starts to tickle here, especially because it always seems to be the big three plus one special guest, and this special guest right now is Hungary. Is it a surprise to you, after all that was being played throughout the preliminary round and main round, that they earned their spot here?
Not at all. You know what I predicted in our first show, I think it was. So I'm not at all surprised. Honestly, even when I saw them play, I was even more amazed. Now they just seem like a really, really like stable team. For sure, I have to say, because I experienced it myself as well, like home championship, it makes something special, you know, like it connects the team in a certain way, it makes a certain energy when you play at home, and it connects the players and the team even more. So for sure that all affected them, and all the experience that they have together since many years now, and I think they all knew that this is their moment now, and I'm just also glad to see that they didn't, how to say, like be under pressure, and they just, like, you know, didn't say to themselves, okay, now we have to perform, but they really did it with no pressure, like really enjoying on the court, and it was really nice to see, honestly.
They did enjoy themselves, and of course you do once you play the way that they do, especially when you're still super young. So as of now, we see the youngest team on the one side in the semifinals and the oldest team on the other side in the semifinals. Is there anything we can pull out of that statistic, or doesn't it matter at all?
Well, I think it matters, as we said, you know, young players in the key moments, turnovers and everything, it matters. In a pressure moment like a semifinal, but all the pressure is in the Norwegian side today. So I think that, as Anna said, Hungary, they need just to enjoy today, to do their best. I'm sure they are going to try to run, because even though Norway, it's comfortable running the ball, they like also to run. They have a younger team. They have a deep squad, in my opinion. And I think it's a day for Hungary to enjoy, but I think experience against youngsters, of course, it matters.
And will the experience win eventually?
In my opinion, yes. In my opinion, Norway is the favorite, but in an indoor sport like handball, everything can happen. Everything can happen, you know. Everything can happen, and especially today, because we're going to see a lot of Hungarian fans today.
Yeah. We did prepare some highlights of Hungary throughout the tournament, if the directors in the back could play us that video, because I was having a look at the play style that Hungary presented us throughout the entire tournament, and it feels like they found a pretty good sweet spot in between a physical game, fast breaks, super quick attacks, but on the other hand, playing calm and smooth eventually as well. What's your opinion on Hungary's playing style?
Yes, it's exactly what you said. It's just a really good mix of everything. They have a really fast counter-attack, fast wings. So yeah, I think it's just a good mix, and also have to point out their goalkeeper, Semere. She's been really amazing. I would say Hungary was never really, how to say, a country that was really strong in defense somehow, but I think it's working really well at the moment, and also with her behind, and it's just like, yeah, they're tough, you know, so yeah, I think it's working well everywhere. Yeah.
What needs to happen for Hungary to actually come over Norway today? So, yeah, on both sides.
I mean, the goalkeeper have to be weak. So, I mean, Semere or whoever is going to be behind, like Vlani or Kingi, they have to be weak. I mean, like Anna said, I mean, she was there like driving force, and also Kluiber is also playing magnificent at this tournament. So I do think they will have to have a bad performance, and then there is a reason that we don't hope Hungary can win in any moment with Norway. If they're going to play on the same way, I do think that Hungary has to have a better defense today. If they want to win against Norway, definitely they need to show their outstanding performance in defense, and that's the thing. And about Norway, I don't think that they're going to change much. I mean, talking yesterday to Kotrine, they really know that Hungary is coming, like you said, without the pressure, and they are really, like you would say, that Norway is never relaxed. I mean, you see the players, they're changing, having rotations. Everyone who comes in, even it's the 57th minute of the game, they are giving their best. So, I mean, Norway is going to pull for 60 minutes, no matter like leading or losing or whatever. It's just simply their system is outstanding. They are playing amazing throughout this tournament. I mean, the only team who didn't have, let's say, big ups and downs.
Yeah, they have been playing super consistently. You want to jump in there?
And I think, as we said, turnovers. If Hungary does turnovers, Norway is going to punish them in the fast break, because with these wing players, Norway is killing them. You know, is killing every team.
Especially what you just said, Norway isn't going to adapt much. They're just going to play their system. So we won't see any changes in Norway's playing style adapted to the Hungarian game. They're just going to dominate each and every match they do as always.
I don't remember when I saw Norway with such different tactics and approach too much, because this system is functioning perfectly. As we all know, when something is functioning perfectly, you don't change it. And they are extremely dominant. As Victor said, I think I talked today about with Hungarian media, and I said the same. I mean, like, you have to be very precise in the attack, so you will not have a chance. You give them a chance to chase to the fast break. So I mean, yeah.
Fair enough. Where is the fan base coming from? Drop us a 1 if you believe in Hungary today. Drop us a 2 into the chat if you do believe in Norway. When we're looking at Hungary, especially their right side looks super strong. They have Victoria Gori-Lukac, they do have Katrin Kloiber. Both of them are having an amazing game, an amazing tournament. But what do they do if Norway closes down the right-hand side? So is there a plan B for Hungary?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think then the left side will have to step up, of course. But I think they have Vamos and Kucera, who are, plus Šimon, of course, who are very much capable of coming through their defense. They are really like extremely one-against-one players. Kucera, who can also shoot from far away. But yeah, for sure, Hungary has been mostly like based a lot on the right side. So yeah, they will have to find more solutions as well on every position.
Will Norway be prepared for the right-hand side though, or is it the Andrea Lekic way? No, we're just playing our game.
No. Do you have any doubt that they will be prepared? I don't. You know,
no,
I don't.
I mean, yeah.
So yeah, for sure, especially after the big championship, as you said, that Katrin and Victoria had. So for sure, they are going to be prepared. Normally, Henny Reistad should be defending against Kloiber. Let's see if she's trying to show some power at the beginning to, you know, scare a little bit to Kloiber. But both of them are very experienced, and I'm looking forward to see this like face-off, you know, between them.
Is that the tactic to scare Norway off, to go into the first duels super physically?
Of course. This is always a tactic. With every team, every player, I mean, hit her hard.
Yeah. She's not going to come twice.
and especially today with players like Šimon, like Vamos, they are young players, so I'm sure Norway in the first attacks, they are going to go tough, you know, to see, okay, this is a semi-final, this is our territory,
to put them in the place.
To put them in the place and to see, do you have the guts or not?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Then let's have a little look on the Hungarian defense here. That one is carried by a super strong backbone named Sophie Semere throughout the entire tournament. Andrea, you did play together with her back in the days, back in the Gjør days. She was still super young back then. What kind of career did you expect her to have?
It's crazy. Yesterday we talked about this with Katrina. Katrina is like, can you believe that Sophie is here? I mean, like, you know, like after 12 years, I'm going to play against you. I was like, Katrina, it's no wonder. I mean, you're in the national team of Norway, since I know for myself playing handball, like, you know. So in that way, I maybe didn't expect that outstanding. I mean, no one did expect that outstanding, because she's carrying the national team. We are repeating, but it's really like that. And I mean, I'm super happy when I see someone who surprises us with the performances and someone who is constant. So she doesn't have ups and downs, so we could say like she didn't play, but she's really good. I mean, this means her focus and her discipline, the way what she does, how she prepares with the coaches together, it's really, really, really amazing.
Let's see whether she can pull up the full performance today, because I think she did get one kind of flu throughout the week, and did get a little injury in the French game. So let's hope that she will be back to full strength, because they do need a Sophie Semere at full strength today to beat Norway, don't they?
Yeah, for sure. But I think also Blanca Biro, she's a very experienced goalkeeper. Like she can be very amazing. Maybe now because Zsófi, she was amazing throughout this tournament, but I never rule her out. Like Blanca, she's been an amazing goalkeeper for her club, as for her national team throughout all these years. So yeah, she's for sure someone who can also get this victory, or let's say pull this team to the victory. So yeah, if it's not her, Zsófi, then it's her. So yeah.
And well, they do have Kinga Janorik in the squad yet again, or still, they do have her in the squad as well.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little bit unlikely for Hungary to have such a strong trio of goalkeepers?
Yeah, I mean, it can always be tricky to have 3 goalkeepers on the bench, honestly, especially for, I think, their mentality, you know, like, and also the coach's choice. I think it's interesting, like, okay, maybe if the first one doesn't have her day, you put the second, but what if the second doesn't have her day? Do you put the third, or you put again the first one? You know, so I think these things can always be a little bit tricky, or maybe they decide already in front they're gonna just use 2 and have the third one there just in case. So really depends of the tactic, but I think it can be a little bit tricky with these 3 goalkeepers.
I have my own theory about it. In national team it's more difficult because it's difficult to don't have 2 number 1s, but in club teams I don't like the idea of to have 2 number 1s because I think that goalkeeper is a special position.
Yes.
And the goalkeeper number 1, she needs to know that she is the number 1, because then a confidence thing it's happening in her head, you know, that if she knows she's number 1, she's going to deliver, I'm sure. Eventually no, and then you have a good number 2. But to have 2 big names, I don't like it personally.
And now you have 3. What do you do with that?
Yeah, that's a huge problem.
Victor has too many great players. He can't pull anyone. He's going to put the left back in.
Yeah, but it's in my opinion, it's a big problem for the coach.
Yeah.
How to, you know, deal with people is complicated. So it has to be, you know, a fluent communication between the coach and goalkeepers to know what's going to happen and to don't lose anyone in the way, you know.
For sure. So we will see, but I do think that Zsófi Szemere, how do you pronounce her name properly, Anna? You said it so nicely off your tongue. Zsófi?
Zsófi.
Zsófi.
Yes. But maybe she's not there, or?
I mean, I don't see her in the squad.
Oh, okay.
No good
That
sign.
changes things.
So everything that we talked about the last half an hour, just
doesn't
forget
matter.
about it. You know?
Delete it. We're just gonna switch over to the
But
next
it's okay.
topic.
I mean, it's okay. And
Yeah,
they have
they
excellent 2 goalkeepers. And my teammates, so it's okay. They have enough experience to handle these matches, and I do believe that they're going to be outstanding, really.
What does it do to your team when you are standing there, especially in defense, and the goalkeeper that you have been vibing with the whole tournament? I mean, she did pull up a great performance, and she was that backbone of the Hungarian squad. How does it feel to have someone else standing behind you?
I don't think they think too much about that. I mean, there is a mutual trust between the players and the goalkeepers, and it's a mutual trust in the squad because, I mean, they are right here because they have enough self-confidence and they do believe in each other. I mean, when it comes to the semis, as you know, who is not here, then you pay attention to the other players, give your best, give them support, and yeah.
Fair enough. Let's look at the bigger picture in Hungary. So we have been talking about it in the introduction that it is the first semi-final for Hungary in 12 years now. So last time was in 2012 where someone here won a silver medal. But on the other side, it did take some time, but now the squad, it looks deep, it looks strong, it looks young, it looks well balanced. Is it just a pop-up success for Hungary right now, or do you reckon that that will be a long-term development?
I mean, it's not a pop-up success. I mean, they're investing a lot in a women's handball. Like since I know, really, like it's so many years they're having handball academies. They developed completely full program about lifting up the Hungarian national team. So I mean, they finally came to the result. I mean, they already did a great job in Olympics and also friendly matches with France. I mean, this team has a quality and potential. We are gonna watch this team in the upcoming years, definitely, I'm sure. And there is no coincidence, I would say, in a sport in that way. System is a system, as we know, was an always. So I really hope that Hungary is going to keep up the level, and they do have a system, and it's a huge reward for Hungarian Federation and for Hungary as a country who loves women's handball.
What happened in the women's handball in the country in the past 12 years? I mean, apart from Andrea Lekic coming, Andrea Lekic going, Andrea Lekic coming again.
I mean, I do like to go and come back. No, nothing. You have won Champions League many times in this period since I was not there, also with them. And I mean, Ferencváros also qualified for the first time in the history for the EHF Final Four. So I mean, Hungarian handball is very alive, I would say, like this, and all the conditions what we have playing in Hungary are really amazing. So I mean, they have a great handball national team now. They have great clubs, and they're really, I would say, country for a women's handball.
And you experienced it firsthand as well. A very healthy development in your eyes.
Yes, definitely. Like Andrea said, it's been all these years and also all these clubs. I've been there in the past 2 years as well. I could see. We should not forget to mention like Debrecen or Moson Magyarovar, especially Debrecen last year in the Champions League. They showed a really amazing performance with mostly Hungarian players. Like Vamos, you know, she came from there actually, and now she's been one of the important ones in the Champions League in Metz. So yeah, all these players are now the base of the Hungarian national team, so not at all surprised it's going like this for them. And like I totally agree with Andrea, it's gonna be, we're gonna see them for sure, and I'm looking forward because I like them how they play.
Now that you dropped the name Petra Vamos, she is the more experienced one in the center back position because she does get Petra Shimon to her side. I think Petra Vamos is playing her 7th tournament as of now, her 7th major tournament. She is only 25 years old, so shall we consider her a young one or an experienced one?
The best years now.
Yeah, I think even though she's really young, she's already experienced. I think because being in this number of championships, and with 25 you are not super young anymore in general sports. So I would say she's experienced already.
Okay, fair enough. She does play in Metz this Champions League season together with her goalkeeper Zsofia Semere. How important is that connection between goalie and center back?
I mean, it's important, it's not important in one way. I mean, it's much more important to have a connection with the whole defense as a goalkeeper. So it depends which position center back is playing also in defense. That's the connection, I mean. But I don't think that it personally brought something extra, like her being center back and this one being a goalkeeper there. I just think they're getting mature and mature, like from match to match. Metz is playing really well this season. I mean, they're first in the group, and Petra is playing really good. She fit in the system, and it's outstanding. I mean, that's why, you know.
I think it's important as a wing player to have a good connection with the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
you know? Because otherwise you are just running and not getting the ball.
You know? I mean, more than good.
Talking about good connections with the goalkeeper, did Solberg just leave you hanging with a clap? You wanted to have a clap
but
yourself?
it was yeah. Oh, thank you, Victor. Thank you so much. Can I get another?
I know one saw it. I know one saw it. Give a hug.
Yeah, so
she didn't see it. That's
it's all right. And while one could
but trust me, you would regret it's full of Vox.
Yeah, it's true.
So now you just pass it on?
No, it's not easy to pass it on.
Yeah, fair enough. But then let's move it over here to the ones that leave our fellow Anna Gross here hanging, because Norway, they...
I feel so bad now.
I mean, you can always talk about his
I start
weather.
to sweat.
No. You can always talk about his weather.
Yeah, I mean,
that's true. You always put the focus on his sweater.
Of course.
Yeah.
When there is an awkward moment.
Yeah, okay.
I do give you a lot of options to make fun of me, so that is completely fine.
I love it.
Me too. You know, you just have got to wear them with confidence,
Yes,
and then Mom says I'm beautiful.
Maybe
So
Lidl gonna invite you to make a Christmas commercial for them.
maybe they might.
Or maybe not.
They probably won't. Let's be honest. They probably won't. Let's be honest. But yeah, then let's focus a little bit on their opponents, on the eternal Norway. I've looked up the statistics. They have won 4 out of the last 5 major tournaments. They haven't been losing a semi-final since the very first one in 1994, I guess. Do you have, well, Andrea, do you have a reason why that one should change today?
No, I don't. I mean, it would be nice to have some surprise also in handball. We are like having the same, like you said, and one extra surprise coming from a tournament. But I honestly believe, I mean, we also won against Norway. It was back then, 2013. They had the best squad ever, but it comes a day that simply you play much better, you know? Everything works, and why not? This can also happen today.
It's a Christmas tradition in Norway.
Exactly.
You know,
I
in
mean,
Norway,
yes.
they give presents and they celebrate gold medal.
Exactly.
Exactly.
They give away Christmas presents, they lift some trophies. That's just what you do in Norway. Just watch some auroras flying around in the air. It could be worse over there. But Andrea, you have been talking about that system of throwing new players, and they always seem to work. In the podcast, you've been talking about the Dela sisters. Maybe you can precise that a little bit. What is that system about? How did they build that up?
I mean, that's my feeling. I know that from the junior selection and everything, really everything is really controlled, and they pay attention every detail. They have the similar game in all the categories. So basically, I mean, they are all going through the school, growing up in the very same environment, very same system. They're taking care about their players a lot. I mean, if you see their players playing in the most amazing clubs throughout the Europe, so I think they are also working on how to position their players, and they're choosing the best environment for them. And Sisters Dela are the best example. I mean, we all know Stine is not here, Nora is not here, and then everyone was like, maybe now they will not perform on their best. But indeed they do, and they played very, very beautiful handball.
And I feel like, especially with those two players that you've been talking about, there were some question marks ahead of the tournament, but they turned into exclamation marks, didn't they?
Yes, for sure. I mean, like, they're just so strong, you know, and when they go 1 against 1, I feel you cannot, like, you don't even know how to stand to stop them, you know, like, so it's just another way of playing this typical physical, and adding to that Henny Reichstadt, who is also like a complete physical dominance of everyone. So yeah, it's just like, it feels Norway really, sometimes when you look at them physically, they feel so unstoppable, and it can be a little bit frustrating also sometimes, honestly.
And talking about the system, do you remember Norway ever defending 5-1 or 4-2?
No.
No,
Ever.
never. How is
Never.
it possible that they have had all this success only with one defensive system? And it's always working, always working.
That's why
how
I
is-
said when he said, are they going to chase something? I mean,
Yeah, how, you know, this is for me, this is mind blowing. You know,
it is.
because how is it possible that nobody found the way to play with this 6-0 defense? No, they are always strong. They're always on point. They're always getting some turnovers from other teams. It's just amazing what they do.
Do you have a way through that 6-0 defense?
I have nothing to lose against Norway. I would try to start with 7 players.
You would start with 7 players?
Yes.
So just go full on in 7 versus 6?
Yes, why not? Maybe not today, maybe not in a semi-final, you know, but in a phase group, trying to play against Norway with 7 players to slow down the tempo of the game, you know, and let's see what happens.
And then Norway gets the throw off, and you got 7 players on the pitch.
Yeah.
Damn it.
but you know, as happened in men, that handball was a sport played 7 against 7, and France always win. So in women, it's the same.
yes.
So let's try to play 1 more player against 6, you know? Let's try, because 6 against 6, Norway's always win.
What's your idea on that?
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of 7 against 6. Maybe, why not? Of course, because like Victor said, you have nothing to lose. Not, of course, in the semi-finals, but to try at least. But honestly, I don't know. I'm not a big fan, and I don't know. It's just too risky with the empty goal, and yeah, I'm not really supportive of that.
You got your opponent here.
Yeah. I will make my research about statistics to see how many times a team that is attacking with 7 players
Got
is
a goal.
receiving a goal, you know?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I will do my research.
You have time until Sunday, because they will play again
No,
Sunday, but
it won't be this weekend.
good
No
one.
time.
You just stole yourself some time there, but it's a great one. Yeah, and I mean, the Norwegians in the offense, they are super versatile as well, because you have just been mentioning Henny Rice, that we haven't been talking a lot about her, because it seems a slow tournament for her. She's still like the 3rd in goal contributions on the overall ranking. Tjasa Stanko is on number 1. Does that make you proud?
Of course, of course. Tjasa had an amazing tournament. We already talked about it. I think it was one of the best for her. She really stood up like a captain, and yeah, of course, she's been a main player for many years in the national team, but yeah, this tournament was really, she was a leader on the court, and I'm happy for her, of course, and hopefully she will continue like this.
And Henny Reistad slowly catching up, so I think somewhere around 60 goal contributions right now, and Tjasa should be at 89, somewhere in that direction. But it's a different tournament from Henny. What's your read on her?
I mean, they are all scoring. If you look like a Norway squad, you didn't have any match like specifically that someone had 11 or 12 and then someone had like 3. I mean, they are sharing the goals on this tournament. And I do really think, I mean, he's having already a like amazing season in the Champions League, and I do think that also Torre is taking care about it, also playing minutes and some kind of, she's playing everywhere 60 now. We could see that he was changing a lot, I mean, giving everyone's minutes, so I do think that, I think she's not thinking for sure about this and about the number of the goals. I think she wants one more gold, and trophies and these individual prizes are going to come.
If I can add, I think she, no, I cannot say impressed because, yeah, she's been doing that for a long time, but I see that she really tries to play for the team more now. I feel that she gives much more assists, that she really tries to find the pivot a lot and everything. So, of course, before she was mostly left back, so it was maybe mostly she was like concentrated towards the goal. But now I think since she's playing like mostly in the middle, she really tries to play for the team more, and yeah, she's really developing her play also in that direction more. So yeah, that's really good.
And her backcourt partners, they do make it a lot easier for her because you do have Bakarut, you do have the Dela sisters, well, you have Breistol, I could name probably...
Skogrand also.
Skogrand.
But I wanted to ask you, for example, I don't know, but what is interesting in Norway, like they don't have a dominant left shooter, I mean like a right back.
No.
Left-handed, no?
No, but now that you say her name, Skogrand, in my opinion, it has been a key player for Norway in the last 4, 5, 6 years, because with Nora, she was always on the playing court in the wing, but defending in number 2.
Yes.
And now she is doing what the team needs. And for me, she is a top team player that it's always giving solutions to Turir, and it's always delivering a good performances to the team.
Yes.
And especially that Nora Mørk is gone, that does give Norway the room for a little bit of development, because as great and awesome as Nora Mørk is, she did lose some balls, and I do feel like Norway did get a little more stable there, didn't they?
Yeah, I would say so. I think that for sure the other players got more relaxed. Yeah, let's say took their responsibilities more, and for sure you can see it on also how they are playing now. So it's more like not more divided by everyone. And like Victor said, also for Skogrand, for sure now she's feeling more comfortable. She's playing her position, so her position is right back. So yeah, there is for sure she feels more comfortable. So I think that also Nora not being there, it makes everyone else, let's say, yeah, stepping up and more relaxed.
And a lot of shooting power there in the backcourt. So we do see whoever they are playing, 3 massive shooters standing in the backcourt. And I am desperate just watching, but how does it feel on the court? You personally, as a great shooter from the long distance as well, how can anyone defend that? So is there a good system for Hungary to stand strong against that Norwegian attack?
Yes, I mean, they will have to be very aggressive. I mean, like to step out on also 9-10 meters sometimes to stop Breistol or Henny Reistad, you know, who can also shoot from 11 meters. But also there is just, how to say, you cannot open that much either, you know. So sometimes you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to let few shots from outside and then just try to close behind. So, yeah, it depends what their tactics is, but for sure they cannot just let them shoot because this is also their strength.
It is
one of the things I would do as well in defense is maybe start with a woman-to-woman defense in Henny Reistad. And let's see in the 5 against 5 how the rest are doing. It's risky, but try something.
And well, one-on-one defense on Henny Reistad and 7 versus 6 in offense. That is the match plan that we are going to see from Vladimir just coming up here. I'm interested. whether that one is coming up. Yeah, it is getting a little bit darker here in the arena, but I do reckon we still have some minutes until the players are coming out. Let's have a look on the goalkeeper position as well. You've been dropping her name already, Katrine Lunde in goal, but she is accompanied by Silja Solberg. It doesn't get much better than that, does it?
I really think that it doesn't. I mean, like Victor said, he would go for Silja as the best goalkeeper. I mean, they're really performing outstanding. This cooperation, what they're having with the defense, talking mostly about the block positioning, the block, I mean, it's outstanding. I know how Katrine works, and I think Anna do know how does she prepare for the matches and how accurate is this, and they really stick to the plan, and I think it's going to be the same, you know.
How much will it come to count now that Norway was able to rest some players throughout the tournament? Because they could list their B lineup and smash the opponent out of the arena with plus 16, and I'm not lying there. How much will it come to count now that they get their players rested into this matchup?
For sure, even though I see that Norway players, they never get tired.
They don't care about it.
That's like
How they do the face when they score.
Tired, so
no, when they score, show us the face.
Listen. When this is really annoying. This is really annoying.
But they don't even have this screaming. Just
Listen. When I was in the Olympics, you know, in the same Olympic village, in the morning in the gym, the same morning of day game, all the Norwegian players were in the treadmill, doing a lot of lifting, and it's like, what the hell are they doing, you know? Physically, they are in another level.
Yeah.
They don't care about it.
We will see what the hell they will be doing this time, and what the hell they will be doing against Hungary, and how much Hungary will play in 7 against 6 versus Norway. This is it from us as of now, but we will be back right after the matchup. Guys, enjoy a great game. It is the first semi-final of the Women's EHF Euro 2024, and that's where I would say, game on.
Game on.
Let's go.
Let's go.
let's go.